Hey there, Clark Adventure Tours here, and we are on our 5th segment of the do-it-yourself Adirondack style chair that anyone can build. And so what I'm doing now is we've got our frame. I don't know if that's good. We get the frame in the frame. Well, we got a frame. We're not worried about the frame right now. Right now we're worried about the backing. So how to make the back of your chair. So remember, I use ridiculous wood to make this thing. But what you want for the back, let's see if we can, yeah, that'll work. All right, so you measure the spot I need about 21 inches for the wood to go across like so. Let's see if I can make something that'll keep that from sliding. I can show you roughly what I'm talking about here. So put all these pieces. Maybe I'll get all these pieces in place, and you'll see what I mean. Uh-oh, left some nails in that one. That's all right. That's a pretty tall piece. We're going to cut that out anyway. All right. And that one there. Are you following along at home? And dun, 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 dun. So these randomly selected pieces that I have are what's going to be the back of the chair. So okay, so now obviously I'm not going to have them go all the way down to the ground, but you lay out all your pieces, and these are some are thicker than others. This chair is going to be a little funky. You generally, for your backing and for your seating, you want to try to find all pieces that are about the same thickness, so you don't have any weird spots. But this will just have to work. Now, the key is you want to find there's several ways you can do it. You could cut to where maybe you just cut this one a little shorter, this one a little taller, and then the two in the middle at the same height, and then do the stagger it like that. I typically like to make them rounded, and I went and bought this. It was like 10 bucks at Home Depot, and it's just a compass, and you figure out where you want your height. You put it in about the center, and then you just make a curve. You know, if this was the center, which I haven't measured it yet, but let's just say this was the center, and then you run this thing around, and it makes its little lines, and it goes like that. Then you can lay everything out, clamp it down, take your jigsaw, and cut a circle like that. And then when you put the pieces in together, you have a nice rounded edge. So I'm going to lay this stuff out and make some kind of an attempt, but I've decided that I want the backing. This is a crucial part because it's going to attach to here. See, it's not going to go all the way down. That would be silly. So they're going to attach to this back piece like this. And that's really what my angle back is going to be, if you can see that. So now attach them one at a time with a little bit of gap in between. But so I want to figure, okay, I have to cut a bunch of this off. First I'll cut off the ends that are all gnarly. Then I'll draw my half circle. Then I'll make my cuts, and I think I'm going to have the height of the back of this chair be about 30 inches. So we'll do that and get back to you. All right, well, here we are. Cut out the shapes. Of course, these will sit up high, like about so. Matter of fact, why don't we clamp a couple in place? You get an idea what it's going to look like. So, let's just clamp that one. Let's get it up where it goes. Okay. Clamp that one there. And let's see, let's clamp this one here. I can't tell if that's in the right spot or not. But you get the gist of it. Yeah, what the heck, I have a whole bunch of clamps. Let's just clamp all of them, what the heck. And that way you can really see. Now I don't know if these are all lining up. But obviously when you screw them and glue them, you put them wherever you want. Line everything up. I like it when I do an odd number of planks, because when you do an odd number of planks, you always have a middle, and you can start with the middle. When you have an even number, you have like a middle 2, and that kind of sucks. But all right, then you kind of maneuver them a little bit, but it's taking shape, right? Okay, so now our chair, and this is just one way to do it. If you have a table saw, one thing I do a lot of my chairs is I'll rip down these narrower pieces like so, and with the narrower pieces, it's more work, but it has a cooler look to it. I say cooler, but really, I mean, what difference does it make? But you do, you go on the bottom. You could have, these stringers, and but it takes a lot more work. So it's up to you. Right now we're just sort of doing this quickly for the sake of making a how-to video. So you see I have them all clamped along the bottom, but what we'll do is we're gonna make sure we'll do one at a time. Probably start with the middle one, get it straight. I'll mark the middle of this board back here, get it all lined up in the middle, glue it, put a couple screws in it, okay, and then I'll do one over. I'll do the ends, and then I'll center those in the middle, and it should have an even gap all the way through, and that'll sit. It's not strong enough to put your back against it yet. There's a piece when we have our armrest. There's a piece that's going to go along the back here. It's going to go right around here like a. This is awfully thick, but we'll have a piece that goes along the back like this, and then when that sets on the back, that will then attach to the armrests. Sorry, I'm making me dizzy. But anyhow, it all holds it together. Then when those are attached to the armrest, when they're attached to the armrest and they hold everything in place, it all works together. So, all right. So that's the next section, and I'm going to start gluing and screwing. I'm sure you know how to do that, but I might cut in a couple video takes of that. That looks good right there. Screws. So normally when I make these chairs though, I put, if I'm making something a little nicer for the porch, for the, that I don't want them to paint, or, you know, for aesthetics, it's probably a good idea to sand a lot of this stuff first. This is, I'm going to use this one right up by my fire pit. I'll sand it a little bit, put a coat of lacquer or something on it, but it's not, you know, this isn't meant to be a showpiece. It's meant to be comfortable, so when we have you or someone else over, they got somewhere to sit out by my fire. This is a crappy old plastic Lowe's chair. So, you getting the drift of what I'm doing? Clamp them with glue, eyeball it, get it to where it looks about right. That looks like it'll be pretty straight. Doesn't have to be perfect. And screw each one. And I'll come back when I got them all in there. Nothing. All right. So, how's that looking? Pretty sharp. So now you're really getting an idea how your chair is going to turn out. We're almost there now. So now you got to measure out for your seat pieces. Measure across, and those mine go all the way across, so I'm going to do about 24 3/4. If they hang over a tiny bit, that's okay. Better a tiny bit too long than a tiny bit too short. So I'm going to cut those and lay those out. All right, so cut my pieces. This part's pretty self-explanatory. Basically, you cut your pieces to length, space them out however you want. You can push them all together, be nice and flat, or I had this skinny piece, so I just figured I'd just put that in there and have a little gap in between each one. So, but you know, it'll be a little gap. Now, you can always try to match the gap you have here. I've used spacers before. I've used pencils as spacers. So kind of funny, but I keep a pack of regular pencils, and they actually work pretty well if you just stick them in between. I don't think you can see. Well, but see, I might actually use these for here. And just use pencils as spacers. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty easy to do. As I try to hold my phone and do this at the same time, and I say how easy it is to do. Alright, well, I'm going to pause it and fix this. Okay, now you see my pencil separation there. But you just go one at a time, work your way with each piece, and attach them all. Come back to me when you're done. I should probably add that unless you have some really good type of screws that are not going to split the wood, you should pre-drill. I'm not pre-drilling. I normally do, and if you use the slender pieces, like this size, you have to pre-drill or they will split. But the screws that I have are pretty good about not splitting the wood, and I go really slow with the impact driver, but I strongly suggest that you pre-drill every single hole. Every single one. Because it's a pain in the butt when they split on you. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes when your pencil's not working for you either. Pencil keeps slipping out because my wood is a little bit warped here. But that's okay. We're not going to let that slow us down. We can eyeball stuff. We can eyeball it, and I can figure my gap about what it should be there. And feel that there. It's good to go. There we go. Take another one over here. Anyhow, you just keep on going until you're done. I can't stress it enough, guys. Pre-drill. Pre-drill. Okay? Even on those other pieces. Like I said, I'm using the special screws. They're pretty cool. I don't know what... I think I've got a box. Nope. I don't have the box to tell you what kind they are. But... they use a little star driver on them. See that? And they don't really split. They're pretty good. So anyhow, pre-drill. Pre-drill. Alright, almost done. Alright, so here's what you've got after you get all those pieces screwed on. No splits. You have your chair base. Super, super solid. Okay? You got the backing. The backing right now, it doesn't have any support, so you couldn't sit in it and lean back or it'd probably pop off. So when we put our armrests on, they're going to attach back there to a piece that goes across the back, and those will bolt together and it'll screw down to this. We'll make some little supports for the side to hold the armrests up, and the chair will be done. So tune into the next video, and we'll finish this thing up. And I appreciate your patience with my video editing and all kinds of other silliness. Clark Adventure Tours, out.